are you in a situation where you just feel like you don't have enough hours in the day to get everything that you do every single day and done? What's going on, everybody? Aulundrew back again, and I'm going to talk about something today that I think we all go through. Like, we all have this challenge, just this thing that we just don't have enough of, and that's going to be time. Are you one of those people who try and multitask and do all these things, or maybe you're a stay-home mother, and you just have and you're just trying to play catch up with so much things, right? When I tell you again, like on my other videos, we all go through the same thing, and really, in the biggest way we can break out of that and get ahead of the game. So and not run into feeling like we're so slowed down because we don't have enough time to do all the things that we need to do, have to do, or want to do, right? Why is it that some people are very successful, some people are very productive, some people they're all like they're ahead of the game all the time, right? It's just because they understand time and they're aware of it. And here's the biggest thing, that we're all on the same page. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, okay? We all get the same 24 hours in a day. Now, the difference between those people and people who are not as productive as they think they are, or that feel like they're being held back or they don't have enough, is just how you use the 24 hours in a day. How are you going to use it, right? There's a difference between productivity and busy work, right? Productivity, you're knocking out things that need to get done that's not going to catch up to you. Busy work, you're just doing things just to do it. If you take a step back and look at everything that you're doing right now, okay? Look at everything that you're doing right now and ask yourself two things. Am I doing what I'm doing right now? Is it just busy work? Or am I actually being productive? I'm actually supposed to talk about another video about productivity, but I think I'm just going to throw it right in here. And because it all has to do with time management as well. So you don't have to play that game. And I think I read a book. It's called Super Self, right? And I'm gonna give you a little visual here. Think about a board, okay? I want you to think about a board. It has 4 different corners, okay? On one side of the corner, right, it has this thing. It says urgent and important, okay? Urgent and important. They have another side of the corner, these 4 blocks. Remember this 4 blocks. On this side, it's going to be not urgent but important, okay? Not urgent but important. This bottom corner right here, it's going to be urgent, not important. And then on the bottom left corner, it's going to be not important, not urgent, okay? Now here's the thing. In this board, this is how you got to decide what in your life are the things that you need to get done, okay? The way to get ahead, and that I've noticed that works for me and a lot of people, is to make sure if you have sticky notes of tasks that you need to do, you just throw it on the board. I need to go to the grocery store. Is this an important? You just throw it all on the board, and if you think, and let me ask you something. Which board do you think you need to clear out to be very, so you don't feel like you're rushed, And I'll tell you this, and I've been through it. It's that urgent and important. So every time there's stuff that's stacked in that area, right? I start to clear it out, and guess what? It starts filling up. So guess what? With that time management, I'm just going into that same cycle that we've always been in, of not having enough time, not having enough, resources or anything to be able to have our time, right? To do whatever it is that we want to do. The block that you really want to focus on is the not urgent but important, okay? If you focus on the not urgent and important tasks that you threw up there that you need to get done, guess what's going to happen? You complete those tasks every single day, guess what? Those are never going to get to the urgent and important task. Does that make sense? You're getting ahead of the game before it becomes a problem. You're being ready so you don't have to get ready for stuff like that. Okay? You're getting ahead of it. Now, when you get ahead of things, right, you don't have to worry about finding time to rush to get things done, because you're already done with it, right? And that was one analogy. That was one thing that I learned from one of the books, Super Self. But another thing that you need to ask yourself, right, is are you aware of the things that you're doing every single day? Right? Oh, I don't have enough time. I don't got time. I don't got time. I don't got time to do this. I don't got time to go start a business. I don't got time to go on a Facebook Live. I don't got time to go to the store. I don't got time to do a coaching call. I don't got time. Like, if you really think about it, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. Again, I say that. Now, if you literally ask yourself, right, you take a 24-hour calendar, right, or a list, and just write down the things that you do all day, every day, and how long you end up doing those tasks. And times, and I'm a victim of this too, times that I'm just watching TV can get the best of us. Because sometimes I get so lost into binge watching. 4 hours gone. And then I say stuff like, I don't have time. I sit down and go do nothing for a good hour, and they get so lost into whatever it is I'm doing. Or maybe I go for a quick conversation that I'm supposed to have, like a 5-minute conversation, but it ends up being 2 hours because we're just talking just to talk, right? And guess what? Then I say stuff like, I don't got time. And those times whenever you say I don't got time to those things, those opportunities that need your time, those are probably more important than the things that you wasted your time on prior to you saying I don't got time. I hope you understood what I just said. Those times when you say I don't have time to whatever those opportunities that are coming to your way to so you can invest your time there, those are probably really important times in your life that you needed, but you decide not to give it because of those decisions we made of watching TV, binge watching for 4 hours, or talking to somebody that I really didn't need to talk to for 2 hours. For 5 minutes was enough. And then we say stuff like, I don't know, I don't have time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What determines our life is how we use the 24 hours. And the only way we're going to be able to understand that is if we're aware of our 24 hours. And if you're not aware of it, I encourage you to document what you're doing within your 24 hours. And then at that moment, you're going to realize, right? You're going to realize where your time is really going. And when you realize that, guys, that's not enough. Once you realize that, now you know where your time is going. Now, if you want to clear out that whole idea of I don't have time, now you got to make a conscious effort to work on the things that you need to work on. Just like how I gave you that board idea, that 4 square board idea, right? You got to focus on it and do those things in that order. And you will find so much productivity. You'd have so much time for your family. You'd have so much time for your friends. You have so much time for yourself. You're wondering, like, well, how do you know? Well, let me tell you. The only reason why I know that is because I've experienced it. And the thing I've learned about life, guys, is that if I've experienced it, I know I was going to say some stuff, but I know really well that there's a lot of people out there that experience the same thing. Their book, Supercell. I wonder why it's in the book in the first place. Oh, let me tell you why. Because someone experienced it in the past too. But they found a strategy to implement in their lives so they can become their super self. Does that make sense? I hope that the things that I'm talking about is giving you value, or just giving you some insight to be like, man, I never thought of that. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought of that. And if you did think about that, then why are we not doing the things that we need to do so we don't have the issue of not having enough time in the day? Crazy. I honestly, I'm so curious to what you guys have to say about this. If you don't mind, just do me a favor, just comment below on your thoughts on what I'm talking about right now. And let me know, are we in alignment? You think, is there some things that you don't agree with? Or if you do agree with, let me know. I'm sharing this information because I know it worked for me, and I know it worked for a lot of people out there. I'm sharing this information because I went through something, and I believe a lot of people out there go through the same thing. Remember, on my video, if you haven't subscribed, you've seen this video. When I said, hey, my name is Aulundrew. Hey, I wanted to start this YouTube channel. I'm here to talk about two things, life and success. And I've noticed I started getting a lot of engagement in this channel. I said why and how, right? It's because we all go through the same thing. Okay? That's it. And the only difference is, what are we going to do with the things that we've went through in order for us to move forward in the direction that where we want to go? Now, the moment we can do that, acknowledge, be aware, document the things that we need to do so we continue to move forward and be our super self, or to be the best version of ourselves, and not to give that excuse that I don't have time. I'm a victim too. I say the same thing. I say I don't have time too. But now it's not about saying I don't have time. The question you should be asking is, how do I make time? And if you think about that board, hey, that could be an answer for you. It was an answer for me and a lot of people out there, and I hope you take value from everything that I talked about here. I'm a little low tempo on this video, but I think it's really important that you kind of just understand where I'm coming from. And if you do, great. If not, hey, thanks for listening to the content, and I appreciate you. I want to thank you for watching the video. And if you haven't done so yet, dude, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I pump out this content, so you can be one of the first to actually see it. Like I said, I appreciate your time. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I appreciate your time. Because I really do appreciate your time. Time is the one thing that you can't get back in this world. And where you invest your time is really determining what you value. And if you value this idea of time management, or the things that I'm talking about, so you can gain more time in the future, hey man, I hope I've done that for you. I hope I gave you an idea. I hope I've shared some stuff that you can really use for yourself. I know I said thank you, subscribe. I talked about this. Now I'm going to tell you subscribe again. I need to get off this. Well, hey, until next time, I appreciate y'all. Aulundrew out. Peace.